Welcome to DataText. Here is how you install and register a TNG live on your computer. Start by heading to our DataText website, www.datatext.co.za. Head to Downloads. Click on TNG Live Setup and the latest version number. This can also be found on our Discourse page under the TNG download links. Normal TNG is no longer in use as the buffers are no longer available, so we will be focusing on TNG Live, which doesn't require a buffer. There is a free version that can be tried out before purchasing the premium version. It has access to most of the features, but not all of them. Once you activate the premium license, you can start to use all of the features. Once you have downloaded the software, you must run the install. You do this by following the instructions on the screen. Click on Next. Accept the license agreement and then click on Next again. The next page is your country and area code details. These details need to be filled in so that TNG knows where you are and is able to cost calculate accurately. You fill in the correct country code, the VAT percentage, your area dialing code, your telephone number, and the international access code. Once you fill in these details and install TNG, it builds a rates database. Click on Next. You will now fill in your company details. This includes the name, the telephone number, the fax number, the email address, the company VAT number, and the product serial. But because it is a TNG Live, there will be no serial number to fill in, and it will just say TNG Live. If you don't have a fax number, you can just fill in your telephone number again, as there needs to be a number filled in there. These are the details that will be used for the billing of the system. Click on Next. If this is installed by a supporting company like a PABX company, then those details get filled in here. This includes the installer name, the installer contact number, and the dealer code. The dealer code is something that would have been provided to the company by DataText. Click on Next. This next page determines how TNG will get the call data. This can be done in three ways. Serial is the first, which is a physical serial cable between the PABX and the PC where the software is running. The software will then need to use a specific serial port. Second is the network. In this case, you need to put in the IP address and the port that the software needs to connect to get the call from the PABX. The last one is the file reader, which has the data read in from text files. For the purpose of this video, we will be using the file reader. You can set the file path to wherever you would like the files to be read, or the .txt files will be read by TNG in this folder. Next, you will need to select the PABX. There is a long list of all the supported PABXs. We will be using P Topaz Pipe as the example. This determines how the data is read. Click on Next. On this page, it gives you a summary of all of your information. It gives you the opportunity to go back and make changes if anything is incorrect. Click on Next. Click on Install. It will now start the installation. Once the installation is complete, TNG runs in the background and a web page is opened. If it does not open, select this portion of the link and change it to 127.0.0.1. You will see it will then open. It will now build a rates database and may take a moment to load. Once it is done, a pop-up will appear stating that the default login is admin and the password is DataText. Click on Finish. Now you can fill in the user and the password details. It needs to say Live at the top of the screen. If it doesn't, you potentially installed the incorrect version of TNG. The lock means that those features are not yet accessible. They require the premium version. With the live version, you can only run reports for the last 35 days. If you click on this icon, Call List, you may see that calls have already been loaded into the system. The moment the software can connect, it will start importing any relevant information. I am now adding a text file in. It will take a few minutes and it will appear on TNG. On the call list, you will see arrows pointing outwards for outgoing calls and arrows pointing inwards for incoming calls. If you click on any of the highlighted sections, it will generate a report in a new tab. If you go to Home and click on General Settings, it will ask for a password. You can contact your technician or data text for that password. However, you can still view the settings without filling in the password. You will just not be able to change most of the settings without it. Now let's say you would like to register your TNG to get the premium version. Click on Activate TNG Live. At the bottom of the page, click on Register. It will state that it is registered but not activated. You will now need to contact the sales team at Datatex. You need to provide the name, which you will find here. The person on the sales team will activate it on their side once a payment has been made. You can click on Check Activation. Once it has been activated, it will say Permanently Activated. You will see that if you go to the home page now, all the lock icons will be gone. If you head to General Settings, fill in the password and go to this setting, you can set it to permanent so that it is now constantly saving the data. TNG does create a shortcut on your desktop. That's it for the installation and registration of TNG. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on how to use our products.